It's Miss Keita, baby. Hey, y'all, welcome back to my channel. Tonight, I'm going to show y'all how to make pepper steak over rice. Pepper steak using beef stir fry, okay? Or you can use a flank steak. That's usually the go-to. But guess what, y'all? Guess what? I have beef stir fry steak on hand, and so that's what I use. Again, make it work with what you have. All right, simple recipe, only a few ingredients. Most likely you might already have this in your pantry. So we're going to go ahead and get into it. First, we're going to start out with marinating our meat. I did this on my 15-minute break. I went ahead and added some fresh ginger, a tablespoon of garlic. Now I'm going to add my onion powder. Look at me over there making a mess, y'all. I went ahead and added to that some garlic powder. I wanted some heat, so I added some crushed red peppers. That's optional. Go ahead and add 2 tablespoons of soy sauce to this. Again, y'all, we're just making a lightweight marinade for this, okay? Went ahead and added my fresh cracked black pepper. Now I'm going to add about 1.5 tablespoons of honey. That basically kind of helps caramelize the meat when we go ahead and sear it up in the skillet. You'll see that later. And then I'm going to go ahead and take my cornstarch and add about 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. And I'm going to finish it off, I'm going to finish it off with some oil. Now, look, y'all, I just eyeballed the oil. You basically want to put enough oil in there to get that, to basically create the marinade. You want to get it wet. It should look something like that. Okay, just mix it up. Mix it up, okay? And I had to go back in and add my garlic salt, y'all. Just a little bit, okay? Because we already used soy sauce, so that's kind of salty, so you don't want to overdo it, okay? Now, go ahead and put some saran wrap or cover your bowl, and you're going to place it in the fridge while it's marinating. Mine marinated for a few hours because I was on my 15-minute break, and then I came back. Once I came back, I took it out the fridge because you want to kind of let your meat get to about room temperature before you throw it in the skillet, okay? You don't want it too cold. Just a little tip when you cook a steak, y'all. Now I'm going to go ahead and cut up 1 green bell pepper, 1 red bell pepper, and about 1/3 of an onion. And that's what it looks like, y'all. Voila. Video magic. Now we're going to make the slurry. I started off with 1 cup of beef stock or, beef stock. And to that broth, I'm going to go ahead and add, again, 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. You're almost kind of adding the same ingredients as your marinade, okay? So about 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. And then I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of brown sugar. That's optional. You do not have to do that, but I did. I went ahead and added 1 tablespoon of ginger and then another tablespoon of garlic. Excuse me. Now I'm going to add, again, 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. What that cornstarch is going to do is going to help thicken the sauce as it's cooking, okay? That's what you want. You want a thick sauce. You don't want it to be watery. That ain't gonna be good, okay? Go ahead and mix it up. I know it does not look appealing right now, but trust and believe, when you put it in that skillet and starts to cook, it's gonna darken up, all right? Okay, now you want to get your skillet nice and hot, about medium high to high heat. And I had to cook my steak in batches because I did 2 packs, y'all. Okay, so don't overcrowd your skillet. Put enough to cover it. And then you want to see that sear right there? Look, that nice sear. That's what that honey kind of helps to do, caramelize it to make a nice good sear on the steak, okay? A sear on the steak ain't nothing but flavor, y'all. Don't be afraid of it. Don't consider it burned because it's not. And it's going to leave a lot of flavor on the bottom of that skillet like that right there. That is flavor. Do not rinse that skillet. You bet not. You better not. Turn that water off. All right, add some more oil to your skillet and then add the rest of your meat in there, okay? Again, we're going to let it do what it do and get that nice sear on there, and then we're going to flip it in. You basically want to cook the steak all the way through. Now, as you can see, that flavor, I left it there, and now we're going to pour that slurry in. I have my whisk because I want to scrape all that flavor up off the bottom of that skillet and whisk it into my sauce, okay? Now, I'm basically whisking the sauce, and as you can see here, as it starts to cook, it thickens, all right? So I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit more beef broth to that, just to loosen it up just a little bit more, okay? And then I went back in and did it a little bit more, okay? Because the more it cooks, it starts to thicken up. So again, you listen, pay attention, take a look, and get it to the right consistency that you desire. That right there is good for me. So now I'm gonna go ahead and add my meat back up in there, and I'm just gonna mix everything up and make sure all that sauce is touching all the meat that's in there, okay? And now I'm gonna take my bell peppers and onion mix, and I'm going to add that back to it as well. And that is pretty much it, y'all. You do not want to overcook your steak, okay? You want your steak to be nice and tender. Don't overcook it, otherwise it's going to be tough. That is it. Turn your eye off. And you can actually take this off the eye, okay? Now we're going to move on to the rice, okay? I did about 2 cups of rice. I rinsed my rice, again, until the water was as clear as I could get it. Rinsed it because you want to rinse the starch off. I did 2 cups, and then I added about 2/4 of a cup of water. Let that cook for about 20 minutes. Follow the directions on the back of your rice pack, okay? Let that cook for about 20 minutes, and now you get a fork, and just look how nice and fluffy that rice is, y'all. I'm telling y'all, okay? It was good. Hello. And there you have it. Now you just go ahead and get your plate, and you just go ahead and plate it up and get ready to dig in, because that's what we do. That's what we doing this for, okay? So it looked good, and it tastes good as well. I'll just grab a little bit of that gravy and just try to put it on over there, y'all. But listen, ooh, child. When I say this meal was off the chain, and this is a meal that I cook, it's in rotation, y'all. It's in rotation. So there you have it, you guys. Pepper steak over rice. Quick and easy, all right? If you are not already subscribed to my channel, please click that subscribe button. Don't forget to click that like button and go ahead and share my video, okay? Go ahead and drop down in the comments what else you would like for me to cook on my channel, okay? I am open to any ideas, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good night.